Hey, what's up, y'all? So, I saw this girl make a video the other day where she was literally just sitting in the park and she had a little microphone and she was just talking about. I think it was something about being a lesbian. I don't exactly remember what it was. But anyway, I figured I would do the same thing. So, hi, my name is Sydney. I'm a lesbian with a background in psychology. If I were to go back now, I would be a first semester junior. So, like, I have a little bit of. My dogs are barking. They're out here with me. Ignore that. They're bad. But anyway, I completed 2 years of my psych degree. So, I mean, I don't know the absolute most, but like, I feel like I have some knowledge because of that. I also have an interest in sociology. I did take a sociology class. I am interested in culture too and how that affects people's experiences. So I think also I have been writing about this. I have a little bit of notes down under me. Now, your girl has never done a YouTube video before. So like if I'm awkward, honestly half of that is my personality, but the other half is that I'm not used to just sitting down and talking and making that flow. Like, I'm used to the TikTokification of everything. Like, I'm used to being able to cut myself and like, just not fully expressing my thoughts. And so if I'm not doing that 100% perfectly, I do apologize. Anyway, to get on with the video, I think my experience with queerness is largely affected by me living in Louisiana. I am from Southwest Louisiana, and I've lived here my entire life. I live in my hometown right now, so definitely very southern. Louisiana has its own distinct culture. Honestly, that's my favorite thing about it here. But it is a majority Christian state. Catholic and Baptist are the two biggest denominations, if I am saying that correctly. I know Catholic is. I think Baptist is the second one. We also have a lot of Pentecostals and non-denominational Christians too. That's like how fucking religious we are here. Like, there's like probably, in my town alone, there's probably 15 churches. It's just how it is. But I'm not bringing this up in any attempt to like bash religion or anything, but I think it gives critical context on understanding the culture and what it's like living in Louisiana. We are culturally very conservative in the area that I live in, and honestly, as a queer person, the best way I can describe this as very othering. Some people don't accept gayness or queerness at all here. But I found that most people have like what I'm gonna refer to as like a sub-level, like a level 2. Like, first one is level 1, this one is level 2 in the pyramid. It's kind of like they're kind of homophobic, but they're still like, they'll say they're accepting and they say they don't care, but like they see me as fundamentally different from them. Like, they see me as, I don't even know how to describe it. Like, it's like they see me as a different kind of person than them because of my gayness. It's really dehumanizing because in reality, being gay shouldn't set me so apart from these people. Like, in reality, like, yes, I do have mindset differences, and like, because of my queerness, yes, like, I will say I'm more critical of men than the average straight person. And I feel like I was naturally predisposed to developing my left-wing beliefs because of my queerness that I experienced whenever I was very young. And that just, it helped me gain empathy for people and understand where everyone was coming from whenever they were saying, like, the cultural climate of, like, 2016 to like 2020. You know how things were then. So like I became very receptive to, you know, what all these people were saying. But anyway, people shouldn't see me as so different here because I'm a girl who likes girls. Like, yes, I do have, like I was saying, those mindset differences, but besides that, I'm literally just a regular person with regular humanity, and it's very dehumanizing, honestly, because people are stuck, like, just so stuck in their, hey Toby, sorry, that's my doggy, he walked off, he don't want me. Okay. Anyway, I was saying that people are very stuck in their worldviews here to like the point where I've had family members, and I'm gonna say a place of ignorance, not in a place of malice, because like I know they weren't coming to me like trying to like put me down, or like they were genuinely trying to have a conversation with me to understand my viewpoint on these things, but still it came across as derogatory. They asked me if I was gay because of trauma with my father, or if they just, whenever I was younger, they assumed it was a phase and that I would never actually be gay my entire life as I've come to be. I came out when I was 13 years old. I'm almost 20 now. So nothing much has changed, and I do think it's gotten to the point where they do accept it. But it is very difficult having like your family not being completely accepting. It's not like I would ever like get kicked out or like, you know, face any kind of real repercussions from that. But like I was saying, I would describe my family as like a level 2 kind of homophobic, because like they don't have any hatred towards me, but they simply don't see me as the same because of that. To be queer in Louisiana is to not be afraid to stray from the fixed mindset that people have here. Because that's, at the end of the day, that's what it is. It's a lack of understanding, and it's a fixed mindset. And I can get mad at my family, and honestly, I do hold some resentment towards them for asking me questions like those. But at the same time, at least they were trying to have a conversation with me, you know? Like, at least they were trying to come to a point of understanding why I felt the way I felt. And I will admit that those examples were probably the worst of what I did experience. But it's difficult feeling like you're being judged by people your whole life, you know? Your family and the people around you. But in a sense, it makes me feel rebellious in a way. Like, I have an ability to be myself and to express myself without caring about people's judgment. And that's regarding my queerness, but that's also regarding my life in general. That's a life lesson I had to learn at the ripe age of 13, whenever I was freshly out as bisexual, that I just had to have confidence in what I was doing, and that you can't rely on other people to give you that validation that you need. I just felt like, I don't know how to articulate this. It is very important because I felt this lack of acceptance through my culture and through my family and through acquaintances and even friends I've had. It's just, not to go on like a tirade or like to lecture people, but I think it's important to realize what brings us all together in the first place. Like, our queerness is what brings us all together in the first place. Yes, we may be different types of queer. I may be a lesbian, she may be bisexual, he may be gay, she may be transgender, but at the same time, like, we all deviate from societal norms, and we need to uplift everyone in our community. We don't need to be engaging in infighting. Like, I do understand, and even I've wanted to make commentary before on the whole like bisexual lesbian discourse, but like, as we all know, as queer women, they are at each other's fucking throats all the fucking time, and like, I just don't like understand that in its entirety, because like, we love women at the end of the day. We have more similarities than we do differences, and I just wish, like, the lack of community and the lack of acceptance that I felt whenever I was younger is the reason why I don't want to make anyone, especially another queer person, feel that way. You know? Especially genderqueer people, because they experience so much hate from this world. That's kind of all my thoughts. It's very, to put it in summary, it can be very othering, but whenever you have a strong sense of self and you have the ability to rely on yourself, hey ma'am, that's my doggy. Whenever you have the ability to rely on yourself and your confidence, you're gonna make it. And that's just a regular, smegular piece of life advice for me, because I love giving life advice. But especially to somebody that may need to hear that. Like, maybe you're a younger gay person watching this, and, you know, you live in a southern state or like a midwestern state, and you don't understand how you're gonna make it through with people being this judgmental. But at the end of the day, people are just judgmental, and you just have to learn not to give weight to people's judgments that you wouldn't ask their advice about in the first place. Like, I don't care about your opinions otherwise. Why would I care about them now? So, I think that's a good place to wrap it up. Thank you for listening. I have very much enjoyed this, just soaking up the sun a little bit, talking and about whatever. I don't really know what direction I want to take this channel in. I don't know how often I'm even going to record videos and post them on here, honestly. But I just had that idea come to me. I had been debating on doing something about being gay for a while now, and I do still want to kind of tell my story about like coming out and like coming to terms with everything, especially since I am affected by that southernness. So stay tuned, and with all peace and love, thank you for watching.